Hey guys, Julie here. Today we're going to talk about expanding your consciousness. I've got a little chart that we're going to be reviewing, and it will be a visual aid to follow along. So anyway, what is consciousness? Consciousness is being aware of one's surroundings. I'm sure that you guys are very familiar with unconsciousness. When somebody gets knocked out and they're out cold. They're obviously not aware of what's going on. So I'm going to pull this little chart up. Let me pull the share screen up, and we're going to talk about how important consciousness is. And then after that, we're going to go over about ways that we can raise our consciousness. So here we go. Let me pull this up. All right, there we go. Okay, so at the top or at the bottom, we've got alpha point. Alpha is the beginning. Omega is the end. And then you'll see on the side here, we've got fear, and then we've got love. Let me see. I don't think I can expand this. Oh, what did I do here? Okay. Okay, so I think that's a little bit bigger there. And then we have contracted on this side and expanded on the top there. So at the bottom, we have shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage, or anger, pride. Let's stop at pride. Those are all in the fear category. And then we go up to courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, enlightenment. As we go further up, we get to the love state. So if you're suffering, you're living in guilt and shame and apathy and grief and fear and desire, you're suffering. Things are going pretty rough for you right now. And we'll go over in a few minutes about ways to get out of that, out of those states, and get into the love state, getting by. I don't know about you guys, but most of my life, I lived in the getting by phase. And that for me today is just not enough. I want to be in love and joy. And I want to help you guys get there. And so then we go up to willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, enlightenment. And that is in the flow. When you're in the flow and things are coming and coming to you, you're not having to chase love. It's coming to you. You can see it in others' actions. When we're living in that state, that is what we see. When we go out, people are holding doors for us. They're picking up our tabs. They're, we're creating connections, some beautiful relationships. We're not having to chase that. But when we're living in that fear state, we wonder why our relationships aren't working out. While our friends are getting mad at us, why our significant others are getting mad at us, why everything's, just not working out for us. And that's because we're living in the fear state. So let me take this back. And if you want, take a screenshot of that so that you have that for later. It's the Hawkins scale of consciousness. So let's see here, stop share. All right. So ways to expand your consciousness, living mindfully, aware. What does that mean? Living mindfully. I can give you some examples: being in the moment, being present, showing up. And when I say showing up, I mean showing up and being present. When you're in a conversation with your friends or anyone, are we listening to reply, or are we listening to understand? It's really important that we concentrate and we fixate on what the other person is saying to us, and instead of just just listening to respond. Listening to response is not the reason why we're in conversation. We're seeking knowledge. We want to understand the person. That is one way of being mindful. Another way of being mindful is, when you're chewing your food, something so simple. We want to exercise those senses, that taste, that smell. What's the texture of that food? How does it taste? Is it pleasing to us? Another way is like when we're listening to music, listening to those lyrics, when we're driving down the road, and if we end up at some place and we're like, what did we come here for? I don't know how many times I've done that in my life. Forget all about why I'm even there, or make the wrong turn because I'm not paying attention. I'm not in the moment. I'm not being mindful. These are just a few little things that can help you raise your consciousness. Self-reflection. What do I mean by that? What do I want? Looking at things in my life that I can change, finding the joy in situations, creating, being creative. Meditation is one. That's a good way to expand your consciousness. Meditate. Sit quietly and reflect. Don't judge your feelings and emotions and thoughts that come through. Not reacting. My favorite one that I'm really, really, really trying to work on for me right now is setting an intention for my day. I'm tired of living on autopilot, getting up. I always say my prayers in the morning. I pray in the morning before I get out of bed. And that is something that I have been practicing for a couple of years now, getting up and before my feet hit the floor, saying a prayer. Sometimes living in gratitude, thanking God for another day. And then setting my intention is something I'm working on now before I even get out of bed. Saying I'm going to live in love and joy today. I am going to reflect on gratitude. I am, setting my intention for the day. If I'm on autopilot and I'm just ready to get up, get ready for work and rush out the door, then my day reflects that. But if I take time, say my morning prayers, thank God, be grateful, and set my intention, my day goes really smoothly. And here's a key for you too. You can start your day over at any time. So if you're on the interstate and somebody cuts you off, it doesn't have to ruin your day. You can start your day over at any time. This is just a little bit on expanding your consciousness. I hope that you got something out of this, and I hope that you will work on expanding your consciousness and hopefully reach that love and joy state, because we all deserve to be there. We're all loving, beautiful humans, spiritual beings having a human experience. And God loves you all. And I hope you have a wonderful day.